If your lighting feels like a gas station or your living room area rug could fit inside a shoebox, then this video is for you. I'm breaking down 7 interior design mistakes that are making your space look way cheaper than it should, and how to fix them without maxing out your credit card. Hey guys, I'm Toni, interior designer, Wilmington, North Carolina realtor, and lover of elevated spaces that feel chill, chic, and totally lived in. If you are all about cozy vibes, secondhand scores, and homes that look expensive without being expensive, you're in the right spot. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button below so we can make your space feel like you, on a budget that actually works. And now, let's upgrade that vibe, shall we? Mistake number 1, bad lighting. Bad lighting can totally kill the vibe of a beautiful space. You might have the coziest couch, the prettiest paint color, but if you've got one bright overhead light blasting down like it's an interrogation room, it's game over, my friends. The fix here isn't about fancy lighting designers or rewiring your entire house. It's simply about layering. Start simple. Grab a floor lamp and pop it in a dark corner. Add a warm-toned bulb to your bedside lamp. String up some fairy lights under a shelf. You're basically creating little islands of glow throughout your space. Warm bulbs, look for something labeled 2700K or soft white. They make such a difference. And if you want to feel super fancy and like a total tech genius, look for Wi-Fi enabled bulbs that you can control from your phone. With some of the newer bulbs, they have presets, so you can simply set the mood of the room and the light will reflect that. One side note though, those fancy Wi-Fi bulbs, they can be kind of pricey. So if you're on a budget, be picky about which lamps get those bulbs. They're more for ambiance than task lighting. Basically, think of your lighting like your home skincare routine. It softens everything, hides flaws, and gives a warm, healthy glow. And if you're on a tight budget, hit up your local thrift store. I have found so many cute lamps secondhand, and even if the base is a little dated, a fresh shade or some paint can totally revive it. And for the record, I can help with all of that, from the shopping to the upcycling. Just saying. Mistake number 2, matchy-matchy furniture sets. Matching furniture sets might feel like the safe bet. It's all coordinated, it goes, and it's easy to check off the to-do list. But that perfectly matched bedroom or living room set, it can leave your space feeling stiff, flat, and like a showroom, not a lived-in home. To fix it, think of your furniture like a cast of characters. They don't all need to match, they just need to get along. Start by swapping out one piece. Maybe you trade one of your nightstands for a vintage find, or mix a sleek modern couch with a rustic coffee table. On that note, different wood tones in the same room are okay. In fact, they make your space feel collected, not copy-pasted. Your home should feel like a story, not a flyer for rooms to go. No offense, rooms to go. And the best chapters, you'll find them on your journeys at local thrift stores or flea markets, or even on Facebook Marketplace. Some of my favorite pieces are secondhand scores that just needed a little love, and a new knob, a coat of paint, or just the right corner to shine in. Don't be afraid to mix things up. That's where the magic happens. Mistake number 3, tiny or high-hung art. Tiny art on a big wall is like saying you kind of like it, but not enough to actually be able to see it without binoculars. Which, do you even have binoculars in your possession? And the second part of this art mistake is when the art is hung way too high. It kind of makes it look like it's trying to escape the room. So what do? Well, the art that you choose should make you smile when you see it. Think of it as part of your furniture setup, which now you know should feel like a story. And the art should enhance that story, not float along in space to be ignored like one of those prescription drug commercials that you've seen 2,500 times. And when in doubt, go bigger. Or if you can only find smaller pieces that speak to you, build a gallery wall to fill that visual real estate. As far as height goes, aim for the center of your big pieces or gallery collection to hit around 57 to 60 inches from the floor. That's eye level for most people. Listen, your artwork is your home's jewelry. Don't be afraid to make a statement. And here's the fun part. Thrift stores are treasure troves for unique art and super cool frames. I found vintage prints, old maps, funky abstracts, and framing something unexpected like a scarf or a cool fabric scrap totally counts as art. This is where you can let your creativity shine. And if you don't feel super creative, that's where I can totally help you see the endless possibilities of what you thought was art. Seriously, go on a treasure hunt. You're never going to know what you'll find until you start looking. I like to make a day out of it. Brunch, antique shops, the beach. That is the perfect Saturday in my book, which, for the record, books also make great wall art. Mistake number 4, too small rugs. A rug that's too small is like a belt that doesn't go around your waist. It really just doesn't do its job. When a rug floats in the middle of the room, it makes everything feel disconnected and a little awkward. Instead, your rug should ground the furniture. In a living room, at least the front legs of your chairs and sofa should touch it. In the bedroom, it should peek out nicely from under your bed. Yes, the larger area rugs can be costly, but you can find great deals on really cool rugs at places like Ross or Marshall's, and sometimes at the local Habitat for Humanity restore, or even on Facebook Marketplace. Everyone has their own story with different chapters, and someone else's past chapter might just be your next one. Here's a quick side note though. Make sure if you get one secondhand, you give it a really good salon-style shampooing before you lay it on your floor. Rugs define your space and they pull it all together. They're also a secret weapon for adding warmth and style. And they all don't have to be huge or expensive. They just need to fit in with your story and ground the furniture around them. Mistake number 5, forgetting texture and contrast. If your space feels kind of flat or blah, even after you've added furniture and decor, it might be missing texture and contrast. These two are like the secret spices in a good recipe. Without them, it's just kind of bland. When everything in a room is smooth, shiny, or the same color family, it starts to look one note. It doesn't matter how trendy your pieces are. Without some variation, it will not feel high end. The fix? Start small. Try mixing materials, a nubby throw over a leather chair, a woven basket next to a sleek side table, a ceramic vase on a wood tray. Add contrast through colors and tones, light and dark, matte and shiny, soft and structured. Basically, high-end spaces have layers. They invite you to look closer, and adding texture is one of the fastest ways to get there. Plus, thrift stores are packed with interesting textures. Rattan, raw wood, linen, even vintage art with crazy good patina. Find pieces that literally feel like something and let them ground your space. Mistake number 6, bare windows. Bare windows can make your space feel like it's still under construction. No softness, no privacy, and no finished feel. You don't need custom drapes to fix this. Even simple curtains from IKEA or Amazon can look high-end with the right setup. Hang your curtain rods high and wide, closer to the ceiling and out past the sides of the window. It draws the eye up and makes the whole room feel taller and grander. And always go for floor length. Trust me, it makes a huge difference. Window treatments are like eyeliner for your home. They define and elevate everything. You can't swing the cost for the super expensive Pottery Barn curtains, or maybe you just don't want to go back to that showroom feel you've worked so hard to leave behind. Hit the thrift stores and look for rolls of fabric or even sheets that you can turn into panels, or hit your local fabric shop up and pick up something that you love. With a tension rod and a little creativity, you can work some serious magic here. Mistake number 7, cluttered surfaces. Clutter, my friends, does not equal cozy. When every surface is covered, keys, candles, cups, cords, it's hard to relax. Your eye doesn't have any idea where to land. So the fix isn't about getting rid of everything, it's about being intentional. Style your surfaces in little groups. A candle, a little plant, and a dish for keys, for example. Leave some breathing room in between. Trays, specifically, are amazing for this. They instantly make things look styled, even if it's just your remotes and a snack bowl. A little editing goes a long way. When you clear the chaos, your space feels calmer, and so do you. And yes, the thrift store is your best friend here. Look for trays, baskets, bowls, those little styling MVPs that pull everything together without costing a fortune. At the end of the day, great design isn't about rules or perfection. It's about intention. If your space isn't feeling like you, maybe one of these common design traps is to blame. But guess what? It's totally fixable. Start small, move a lamp, hang that art a little lower, find a funky vintage frame at the thrift store this weekend. You don't need a giant budget to make a big impact. You just kind of need a fresh perspective and a little creativity. And hey, if you've made some of these mistakes, same. We've all had the floating rug phase. This, my friends, is a judgment-free zone. So now I'm curious, how many of these design mistakes have snuck into your home? Drop your confessions in the comments and share this video with a friend who might still be rocking a mini area rug just under the coffee table in their showroom-style living room. And if this video gave you some ideas or even just a little inspiration, give it a big thumbs up so that I know that it helped and so I can keep making more videos like this. And if you're looking around your space right now thinking, okay, maybe I do need some help, I got you. I offer virtual and local design consults, and I'd love to help you reimagine your home, whether it's one room or the whole thing. You can find all the info to reach me in the description below. But for now, thanks for hanging around, and I'll see you next week.